Now for this episode, we need to get to talking. You know, I need to speed this up a little bit. So there is a lot to say about this one. And we are live here with your boy Coach. No, we're not. This is obviously in the past. Kind of the hardest part, and that's the trickiest part sometimes, is what to leave in, what to take out. I kind of struggled with that for a while too. And like you could tell I had a lot of mistakes when it came to putting certain things together. And that's kind of why I don't do live stuff, and I have no passion to do live stuff, because I make a ton of mistakes. I say incorrect things.
All right, 9-9, we're going nice and lean.
Because we're shooting for 12 tacos in less than 20 minutes.
They were two absolute beasts of a competitors. Chocolate, but I don't know how close I can come to finish this, but there's still a sliver of possibility, right? I do stupid ticks and say certain words too many times.
This is round 10. This is the one to put you in the hurt box.
I say so a lot.
You gotta do a coach board, Darren.
No way, dude. No, I don't do that. So
you could probably catch it, but for the most part, that's what takes me a long time in editing, is filtering myself. And that's the one thing that's important, I would say, to understand in any kind of message, is that there's a lot of filtering. One thing that as I wanted to go forward, and I needed that filter because I'm kind of all over the place, and that's really important. And you'll kind of notice that too, is that in order to stay structured, you have to have organization. And so when it comes to say some of these topics and a lot of the challenges and just how I was compiling everything, there was no, it kind of looks ordered, but I didn't have any kind of order in a sense. I had to kind of take it week to week. I couldn't take it beyond there because things would happen and get out of whack. If I had the best of edits at the start of this, and I had all the cinematography and experience, and I went to talk to people about nutrition and fitness and health and wellness, how many viewers would I get? Probably none. And that was really the whole thing, is that I knew when I did challenges, it was the road. It had to be the dry-in to start this. And something else I love about it too is that once I get through all the health and fitness stuff, which is gonna be here in a few months, I can always go backwards and say, hey, you know, it's this road and it's unique. And I love it because it's not modeled after anyone and it's specific to me. But I'd like people out there who watch these videos and who follow them to know some of this stuff, because it's part of the reason if you ever want to do a channel and you start figuring out things like lighting and angles and cameras and equipment, and you know, you're going to be this YouTube star, right? There's a lot of things that I would be very wary of, and things that I now am, because I know better, because I lived it, and I'm seeing, and I was trying to follow trends and what was recommended. I mean, there was even a point I was following, you know, videos on how to make videos, how to be a creator, how to get, you know, 1,000 subscribers. I followed that stuff for a while just to try and get draw-in, because with the challenges, as long as I got draw-in, then I can bring nutrition stuff. And at some point, some of them will probably stick around and watch it. And that was really the thing, because if I had no following, then I'm just making videos to make videos. And I already know nutrition in a sense, and obviously I can always get better, but it's better if someone's getting something from it. That's the whole point of making this stuff and taking the time. Man, there was a lot of feedback that actually I got. My daughter actually told me, she says, why are your thumbnails so boring? I was like, what? It's like, yeah, you need to have a better thumbnail. This is just too plain. I was like, okay. And sure enough, in all the content you'll watch or about being a creator, they talk about thumbnails. And I just didn't know how to use Photoshop. I mean, so now I'm trying to do all these videos. I'm doing YouTube shorts now too, because she says thumbnails, and why don't you have any YouTube shorts? That's all we watch is YouTube shorts and like TikToks and stuff. I'm like, well, I don't know how to use TikTok. I'm not gonna go figure that out. I'm way too busy. Instagram, same thing too. So I got these Instagram, TikToks, and at some point you can see I start shifting away from those because I don't know how to use them. They don't really fit the mold I was trying to make them for me. It just didn't work. I start making these YouTube shorts. I have to understand how to do it. What is the audience? Man, it was a nightmare. And the one thing I noticed out of the gate, boom, a lot of views on YouTube shorts. I'm like, how am I getting so many hundreds of views so fast? And I was like a little bit excited. I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna get more people coming into my videos through YouTube shorts. You know, there's always this thing out there, especially as I'm making videos and I see views go up, it gets me. I'm not like I'm trying to get a bunch of views and monetize, which is another conversation. It's not what I'm here for. Every time I'm like, okay, the more views I'm getting, it means someone out there might be seeing this and it might be helping them, whether they comment about it or like it or not. And this is something else I started doing, is moving away from the whole like, subscribe. I stopped it because it's like I say it, but nobody's doing it. So it's like, why am I just wasting that, say, bandwidth or wasting that space. You know, it's like I could use it with something else. Finally was aware of now is that people watch on their phone. A lot of people do. And I wasn't very conscious about that in some of where I put graphics and things, and it wasn't very user friendly in a mobile. And once I got that constructive criticism, then I was like, oh my gosh, I've been doing everything on a desktop. I need to start checking it on a phone. Now I have to watch my videos in multiple places. And I looked at the analytics, and some people watch these on a TV. So I've never been, you know, check that. So that's part of getting better, is understanding your audience and how to grab more audience. So I had thought about doing a ton of editing for this video, make it super cool, put a lot of crazy injections that I've learned into this, overlays and using unique effects. And I really don't think I need to do that, just because that's what I'm going to be spending the next 2 months on, especially when it comes to, say, my skill and honing it just a little bit more and, you know, cleaning it up a little bit, because I still make a lot of mistakes, and that's okay. But that's why I made the It's Your Boy platform. It was a learning platform. God's got me in the right path, and whatever I come out with is going to be entertaining enough. It's going to be a little bit different, a little bit off. I'm a little bit odd, and aren't we all in some ways? But really I am. I'm kind of a weirdo, and that's okay. After I'd been doing it a little while, I kind of knew this is what I want, is I want this to be a document library of 1 year. And if someone is struggling or needs help, you know, with health, fitness, diet, just, you know, maybe overall life change, I can just say, hey, look, you can go to my YouTube, check it out, watch some of the videos, and if you have any questions, let's have a chat about it. I love talking about this stuff. And just kind of a nobody, and that's kind of how it started, was just me filming myself. So if you have a passion to do a YouTube, if you have a passion, you know, to do some of this media stuff, it's incredibly difficult. And I wanted to show that, you know, as that my day one kind of started, which was January 1 of, was at 22, then filming all that time took, there was a lot of growth in that process. So it's something really difficult. If you do it, you know, I'm not the best advisor. There's plenty of videos out there, but this is how I did it. And now that all that's in place, and this is how I'm gonna leave it, is retire this channel. And I don't have to make some flashy video here, because everything that I've intended to say or needed to say starts there. And the thing is if you go through this in order, what happens is at some point you get pointed to Your Boy Coach, which is this channel, because once I'm done on, it's the May 8th, and that's it. And I think there's a video, you know, a follow-up feature video to help people point them to this channel. And so this has up to, I'm working on, I'm almost done with it, 6 months of daily videos of, you know, just things I'm going through, things you might be going through, to where we can relate. I didn't want to push this Your Boy Coach so much in the beginning, because there's so many daily releases. It's kind of annoying seeing that constant update, and people get bugged by that, like news feeds and emails. And if I pick this back up at some point, you know, stay tuned. So it's why you're going to want to subscribe, because if you subscribe to this one and something comes out, you'll get that notification. But once all the It's Your Boy Coach is finished and done, now it's a place where you can get just a little bit. It buys a little bit of time till the end of June. And then, if, you know, hopefully build up some subscriptions. If I don't see any changes, then why keep making videos? It doesn't really help if I'm not getting subscribers, because people aren't going to go to Your Boy Coach. That's just going to be my life and things I like up to film. So then I'll just keep those in my private life, and I don't need to publish them. I can just make videos because I enjoy it, rather than trying to have the pressure of putting something out by a day, have so many videos per week or month. And that's something too, is it'd be probably 1 per month, you know, just capture a little bit, use whatever, you know, skills I have at that point. I don't even know if I'll have editing software. I'm not sure. Like I said, I can't really see past May 8th, because taking on this skill has been something that has been really difficult, but I'm very blessed. God's blessed me with so much, and I can't thank him more for, you know, getting through all this, and that he's going to get me through this next few months. That's actually the reason why I don't know, and I want to make something now, and then I don't know what happens from there. So that'll be, it's just, I just got to get to that, you know, everything done in the next couple months, and then that's it. And it was really ultimately to get education with health and fitness and how to get started and live this healthier, balanced life. And so everything you're going to need, that is all here. I don't need to really go into this video. So even if this is my last video, thank you so much for tuning in. If you watched all these videos and all of my content, I extremely appreciate it. And most importantly, I hope it helps you with your life quality and the value you get in your relationships, and just, I hope it brings you joy. I really hope that you get some life change out of it. At the end of the day, you know, you say, hey, you know what? I was able to make myself just a little bit better. Thank you, coach. And I don't really need that thank you, but I know that if all of that happens for you, then I know all of this was worth it. And that's really the whole point. All of these hundreds and maybe if not 1,000 hours was part of. So that's gonna do it for me. Take care. Peace out.